How many themes have you installed on your WordPress site? If you're like anybody else, you download a theme, maybe a free or a paid, download the theme, activate it, mess around with it, then deactivate it, download another one, activate it, mess around with it, then deactivate it. And if you look at your themes column, you probably have 15 or 20 different themes. I'm going to be demonstrating for you the Enfold theme. It was from a Periscope broadcast that I did, a live stream that I did that I've edited down to show you the capabilities of the Enfold theme. It's a $59 theme, and when you're about to drop money on a theme, you want to make sure that it's actually going to do for you what you want it to do. So I'll go through the front end, what it looks like. I'll go through the back end, how it works. And then if you want to purchase the theme, you can use the affiliate link I have in the description below. If you want to know more about me and my business and what I do, you can go to daveshrine.com or shrinemedia.co. That's my business website. daveshrine.com is my blog. Basically, my story is I got fired from a job I loved. I started my own business, and in our first year, we brought in 6 figures. So the Enfold theme was a big part of that. And like I said, if you want to get it, you can use the affiliate link in the section below. Enjoy the Enfold theme. And if you ever have any questions, reach out to me on Twitter. I love answering questions about the Enfold theme. All right, here we go. But the Enfold theme I've used for all of the different websites that I've built for clients. And most recently, now see, I didn't build this website right here. This is not mine. But I had a DBA from this company say, hey, can you put up a website for us really quickly, for one of our DBAs? I said, sure. And so in one evening, I built a website that looked like that first one using the Enfold theme. And it took about, 3 hours to put together and a little bit of tweaking here or there. But I got the website up and running, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's exactly what they wanted. You can see, yeah, Enfold, exactly as it sounds. And as a matter of fact, I've got my affiliate link right here, shrine.co/getenfold. That will take you to the theme forest page where you can purchase it. So it is a WordPress theme, but I want to go through real quick and I want to show you guys the versatility of the Enfold theme and basically how I use it. So I base all of my quotes for clients off of using the Enfold theme. So this was built using something else. I don't even know what this was, but I knew that I could build it in a few minutes using the Enfold theme, and I knew I could make it look, brand it for the particular client. And I probably could take more time to make this better, but I just threw it together. So you can see right off the bat, it's got the same type of header and the same type of, bulk area right here with a contribute button. Scroll down, you get the title here, and you get the 2 big icons, and all of this is generated with Enfold. All of it's generated with Enfold. Then you get the different background here. You've got a cool little separator. You've got all the pictures. But here is this entire page based upon the look of this one. I was able to duplicate it relatively easy. But that's not the only way that it can look. This is also the Enfold theme. This is my website. And so you can see it has a completely different look. Yeah, there are elements that are the same, but it has a completely different look, a completely different feel. And I've incorporated a lot of different elements. But built in, it has all of these core elements like images that pop up, buttons, separators, special headings, all sorts of things like that. Sometimes I like this, sometimes I don't. You'll see when I hover over, it does this pop-up thing. Sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. I'll use custom CSS to turn it off. Then you got a button right here. And then here's some images right here. This is all built-in gallery. And I do this to give people a little bit more of my personal side when they visit my blog. So each of those, and then you click and it builds up a light box. And so then down here, these are all controlled by the footer. So I just paste HTML code to get all of this stuff to go. This is HTML. This is one of their widgets. This is HTML from Facebook, and then this is HTML, just copy and pasting everything they give. So this is my website, but I've also built another client's website on it. Similar elements, right? Like similar elements, but completely different. And so he likes this fancy looking stuff. I don't particularly care for the fancy sliding stuff, but he digs it, so I put it in there. But this is a restaurant. And so if you scroll down, it has a completely different feel. But you can notice when I pointed out that there are the same elements. So here's some customer reviews. Here's a gallery, different people. And then you've got right here, you've got the footer. And this is Thrive Widgets. All right, so this is Thrive Themes. It's the Thrive Leads. So this is a restaurant. Now I'm going to show you a law firm. I did this website for a law firm. And so just a really clean image right up here. Very, very clean description boxes right here. And then footer. And this widget, like this is one of their widgets. It's just really simple tab widget. I'm going to go to another page. You hover over. You've got these things called mega menus. So if you look at mine, like right here, it loads up this mega menu piece. So that's really cool. Or you can do a standard drop down like this. So if we go to do a standard drop down, all of these are just drag and drop elements. And I'll show you the back end in a second. Right here, a really cool quotes call out that they have. This is automatically styled side menu. So we use the quotes call out to kind of break up all that text. I've gotten like 6 clients as a result of this website. Here's their attorney profiles. Again, all styled with Enfold. They have a team widget. So you just install the team widget. And then here's the individual attorney bios. And again, here are the tabs. All right. And then here's a services portion. And all these pop up. I had to do one little custom piece of code for this so that it opened. Yeah, and it's broken now. So I got to go back and fix it. But here's all the different themes. These are all little drag and drop columns. Really, really cool. Now here's the final one. Actually, no, I've got one more. This is my business website. And it's all one page. So if you click our work, it scrolls down. If you click videos, it scrolls down. If you click blog, it scrolls down. I just did that because I don't need a whole lot right now. I'm working on some stuff in the back end, but I don't need a whole lot on the front end. But what's really cool is check this out. When I click on my portfolio, it loads up an Ajax-based portfolio. Really, really cool stuff. And you can scroll through here, cycle through, and it'll go through the entire portfolio. So I did from gangs to jobs. And I actually rebuilt their I built their theme right here using something called Divi, but I completely rebuilt their website using Enfold. And this is what it looks like now. So I rebuilt From Gangs to Jobs website completely using the Enfold theme. I moved away from Divi and now I use Enfold, and it just looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot nicer. So this is my website, and then the last one. This one will be launched soon. This is the Warner Family Practice website. This is one of my clients. So it's just a homepage with the 3 most accessed areas of the site. And you scroll down, and this is the footer that shows up on every single page with the 3 most accessed portions: the contact information, services, and their providers. It's a very, very simple homepage. If you go to their providers page, all of this is done with the Enfold theme. And so a little header, and you scroll down, and it shows the different providers. You click on that, and it loads up the provider info. So really, really great theme. Now let me show you how it works. Does anybody want to see how it looks on the back end? I'll show you on the back end how this actually works. I got some crying kids in the background. So let's go to my website. I'll show you the back end of my website. So if you remember, don't look at my password. So if you remember right here, this is what my website looks like, okay? So just put this in your brain. I've got one column here with 2 buttons, some text. You scroll down, I've got 3 columns, all right, with short links. I've got a big color section right here with a button, and then I've got different columns down along the way, okay? So just kind of put that in your brain, 4 columns here. Now when we go on the back end and I open up that page, so right here, here's my home page. And here is the layout builder. Let me turn off the second column here so it gives us a little bit more space. So Enfold uses this builder called the Avia Layout Builder. And so what you'll notice is I've got a color section right here, okay? And when I click on the color section, I've defined what I want my background image to be. So let's take a look. Right here, see? Background image. Look, same background image. Background image. And then I've said I want that background image to have a color overlay of this blue. So now when you look, the color overlay is that beautiful blue color. So that is how I got the background image. And I set it to parallax. So right here, if you look, parallax. So now when I scroll, see how the foreground moves more quickly than the background? That's the parallax effect. And so I just put in the image, I designated the color, and I got that effect. This is a little piece of custom code right here. So if you ever do need to do custom code, they have custom code blocks. So I'm not going to go into that. That's advanced. Now I've got 2 columns here. So if you remember, 1 column, 2 column. The first column is my image. So I just drag and drop what they call the image element right here. Just drag and drop the image element. All right. Oop, need to delete that. And then I loaded up my image, which has been masked out. So I had someone mask out my image for me. So that's the left column. On the right column, I use the special heading. So right here, they have something called the special heading. I drag and drop that right there. I type in the special heading. There are different elements that you can choose from, so you can, salt to taste. I designated the color to be white. And now look, I've got my special heading right there with white color. Right underneath that special heading, I used what's called a text block. So there's a text block right here. Drag and drop, and I designate the color to be white. So look, there's the text block, and it's white. And then to get the 2 buttons right next to each other, they do have a button element. But as with every theme you're going to use, there's going to be limitations. So if I drag 2 button elements, look at what happens. They place them on top of one another. And I can't do another column within it just because of the way the theme works. So what I had to do was I actually used shortcodes, because they do have shortcodes that you can use outside of the layout builder. And I loaded up 2 buttons and I placed them side by side, which allowed me to get buttons side by side here. And I put like 5 spaces in the middle. So that's how I got this header section. All right, so you'll see the back end, while it's not styled, it looks identical to the front end. The Enfold theme is the most beautiful and easiest theme that you can use. So let's go down to the second section. Right here, I've got 3 columns. So look, I've got a color section. And if you look right here, it's just a white background. So it's just a clean color section. All right, 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. And you do the columns using layout elements. So you just drag and drop the elements that you want. All right, so drag and drop the elements that you want. So I drop 3 columns, and then I drag and drop an image here. I drag and drop an image here, and then they have different blog post features. So like the content elements you see right here, they've got the blog post element, which loads up. Actually, that's not what I used. I used the magazine element right here. And so when you load up a magazine element, you can click on it, and you can tweak which categories you want it to pull in. All right, so it pulls from your posts, but you can tell it only pull in appearances or only pull in DAC Talk. Tell it how many number of entries you want, and then there's some other styling things here. Do you want thumbnails? Yes or no? Things like that. So you can see right here, appearances, 4 appearances, all with thumbnails. And then right here, you can see I dragged an image, or I dragged blog post. That's actually what it was, blog post right here. And so there are 4 blog posts. All right. And then magazines right here. Oh, I see what I did. I made 1 post and I said I want it to use grid layout. So 1 post using grid layout. But then I drug the magazine element underneath it for, why did I do that? For this right here. So you can kind of see what I did. It takes a little bit of tweaking, but you can get it. Then right here, I've got this beautiful blue background with a big giant red button. So right here, color section, 3/4 column for join the communicators list, the description, and 1/4 column for the big red button. But you'll notice that they're centered together. They're centered. So vertically, this is right in the center of this. Well, to accomplish that, you click on the first column, and this is really, really cool. They added this in the most recent. You can say you want the columns to be of equal height, and you want the vertical alignment to be in the middle. You can also specify if you want the background to have different padding elements, borders, things like that. That gets a little bit more advanced, but it's there when you need it. And so you've got those elements right here, which are fantastic. And so on the front end, you see that's what it looks like. Now here's another one, Parallax color section. So if we scroll down, appearances and engagements, I've got my heading element. I've got the separator right here, separator right there. And then right here, I've got 3 columns again. Heading, image, image. Heading, image, image. And then I've got the description with a button, description, description. Description with a button, description, description. So you can see how it all works together. Scroll down, you get more columns. And then all the way down here, more columns. These are all image elements with text elements underneath. And then the Masonry Gallery. And so the Masonry Gallery is what generates this guy right down here. All right, with these flip boards. So you see, you just add up the images that you want. You just, add to gallery, add the images that you want, put a little quote, click insert to gallery, say how many images you want on each line, or how many images you want to display total, how many columns you want, and then if you want a load more button. So yeah, I said that I wanted that, and see, look here. So originally it would load up with just one. I click load more, it does another one. I click load more, it loads up another one. So it's a really versatile theme, really gorgeous, does a lot of beautiful things. I did another website, Provident Law. There's a really great video background that they wanted to use, and Enfold allows you to do that. You've got 2 buttons right here. You've got call out quotes. You've got these really beautiful icons with descriptions, our contact information, directions for Google Maps. This is a widget, I think, included. I can't remember. Images. And so it's just a great theme. It's really versatile. I did a little bit of advanced stuff on the services page. I had to do some advanced CSS to get this box right here to have this gray side and then have an extend down as far as it did. But it worked out. It looks good. And the company's really happy with the website. On the bottom of all my websites, I put constructed by Shrine Media if it's a really professional business, or I do made awesome by Shrine Media if it's more of a lifestyle business. So theme, and they've got a great demo too. So if you click live preview, they have like 7 different demos. No. 12 different demos that you can look at. So it's the same theme styled different ways, kind of like what I just showed you. And so you can look at all the different possibilities. This is their primary demo. And so if you click on that, I'll click remove. It shows all the different things. This is pretty advanced. They have a smart slider that you can do different layers, and it'll do this sort of stuff. But these are all widgets, guys. Not widgets, they're little drag and drop block builders. So really, really cool stuff. Look at this. Woo! 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 Really, really, really cool stuff. More pop-ups, icons, gorgeous buttons. You can style the buttons really, really cleanly. More slide-ins. Some of this stuff gets advanced where you need some Photoshop help, but even if you don't know Photoshop, you can still do some really gorgeous stuff. I mean, it's really a no-brainer. As a matter of fact, I had somebody watch one of these. Yeah, so Ann Cutler from Geckonia.com, she was embarrassed with her website. And she heard me talking about the Enfold. As a matter of fact, she just sent me an email the other day thanking me for demoing Enfold. And so she put together her website to display her design and stuff like that. So all she did was just use all the elements and load up her images. And you can see it's just beautifully clean. She did a great job. She really did a nice job. She's not a website developer, but she was able to use it. So here's her portfolio. So let's look at what she did with some of her portfolio pieces. So with her portfolio, she used the advanced layout editor, 2 columns right there, and then just a whole bunch of images loaded up here. Let's see, yeah, just a whole bunch of images loaded up in a Masonry Gallery. So just gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So she can display her skills, her talents. This right here, these little guys down here in the lower right, that's all controlled by the theme. So you don't have to figure out how to do that. And you can add your own. Right here, this is controlled by the theme. So the blog, let's look at the blog elements. Blog elements are controlled by the theme. So you click on that. And here's a blog post. She loaded it up using the advanced layout editor. It's a demo of how she came to doing what she did. Little button here that takes you back to the top. And one thing that's worth noting is that this is completely responsive. So let me get the dimensions right here. Check it. Check it, direct it. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. So completely responsive. So it looks great on your cell phone. So let's spread it out a little bit. So maybe like a tablet right here. Looks great on a tablet too. There you go. So guys, that's the Enfold theme. One of the things that I will say is where most people go wrong who are not designers or web developers is not having someone tell them to stop doing what they're doing or stop adding what they're adding. And what I mean by that is introducing conflict. So you really want somebody to introduce conflict, and that's what I do for my clients. Yeah, they might be able to take the time to put together a website on their own, but what's going to happen is they're just going to load up anything and everything they want. They're not going to ask questions if this is good, if this is bad, if this is the way it should be or shouldn't be. So what you really want is somebody to introduce conflict into your process, and not conflict like make you mad, but conflict like, hey, let's think about this. Is this the best place to do this? Is this communicating what we want? So here is a page designed for blogs. So let's click on this for those who compare themselves with others' blog posts. So I've got a sidebar. All your sidebars are completely customizable. And that, yeah, constructive criticism, Joey. Right here, you've got your image, your featured image, which you can customize with a little bit of special code. You can customize the size, but I stay with the default because I think it's really the best. You've got your categories right here. You can turn off any of these elements. I've turned off the date element. This is the social warfare widget that I use, which I love. They just made some really great changes. Is there a file manager with images to drag and drop? I'll show you how the images work there in a minute, because that's a great question. Right here, this is one of the blog layout elements, the single blog layout elements. I've got my picture here on the side. Here is just plain text. And again, social warfare down here at the bottom. So that's not native with the theme. That is an added plugin. This is native with the theme if you want these elements. I've turned off comments. So this is just a normal blog post. And there is an element where if you have the same tags, let me go right here. If you have the same tags at the bottom of a particular post, if you've, see, look right here, I've put the sidebar on the left-hand side, and I've done a completely different sidebar because this is a Periscope replay. So people can sign up to get my replays right there. But you scroll down. If you use the same tags on multiple posts, it brings in these recommended posts right here. So you can click, and it'll load up that recommended post. And so this is the How to Make Money on Periscope. This was a panel that I moderated at Periscope Summit. And so 26 total shares. There's the video right there. You can drag and drop video, or you can use YouTube. This is Wistia. All the standard bullets. You can set all your colors. Let me show you this, actually. This is really cool. So when you're styling Enfold, you can go to the Enfold Child, or you want to use a child theme, but right here you've got all these different themes. So you load up your logo. They tell you what size it should be, where you want to display the blog post, what page you want to be front page. If you want to upload a favicon, I should have one, but I don't. Where you put your Google Analytics tracking. You've got your layout right here where you can select if you want it to be a stretched layout or you want it to be a boxed. And all that means is, do you want the layout to expand completely along to the side to side, or do you want it to, have a background? This is where the content is, and then the background is over here on the sides. But the colors, the general styling, you can change all the colors really easily right here. It takes a little bit of time to salt and pepper to taste, but you can see it's just really easy to change the colors. You just click, select the color you want, and then click Save All Changes down here. So the colors become really, really easy to change. So when we're looking at, where'd my website go? Right here. When you're looking at like links and bolds and stuff like that, that's where you can change that. This is an add-on with lead pages. They've got a great widget, so I add that on right there. There's some other services you can use. But yeah, I mean, the site is just clean. It just works. There's nothing different with the way images work here than any other page, but I'll show you how you can actually, tweak how it actually works functioning with widgets. So if I go to Add New, I'm going to do a test page. Advanced. So right here, you can always use the regular layout editor, or you click Advanced Layout Editor, and it loads up the Advanced Layout Editor right here. So if I want to do 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, all right, and then I'm going to do my picture right here, and then Twitter and Periscope right here. So I go to Media Elements, I drag and drop an image, I click on that image. I go to Insert Image. And now I can find whatever picture I want to load. So I'll load this one right here. I'll say I want it to be 300 by 300. Click Insert. I can make that a link if I want, or I can just leave it plain. I'm just going to leave it plain. Now I want to do another one right here. Image, but I want this one to be the Periscope logo. So I'll just type Periscope. So here's the Periscope logo. Say Insert. And I want this to actually link to my Periscope page. So I say I want to set manually www.periscope.tv/Dave Shrine, open in a new window, and then click Save. And then right here, go to Media Elements. I accidentally clicked it instead of dragging. So we'll just drag it right there into column 3. And then we're going to type Twitter. There it is right there. Insert, link to manual, http www.twitter.com/Dave Shrine. I want to open this in a new window. Click Save. Yeah, there it goes. So there you go. All 3 images right there. Now if I want to get rid of this sidebar, I just scroll down to the sidebar settings. I can say if I want it to be no sidebar, left or right. So I'm going to say no sidebar. Click Update. Refresh. Check it. No sidebar. But what if I want to put it on the left-hand side and I want to change the contents? So I can go to left sidebar, select which one I actually want. So I'm going to say I want the Periscope sidebar. Now I click Update. When I click Refresh, there you go, the Periscope sidebar. So really, really easy to get what you want out of this theme, y'all. There's a lot of really great built-in features, a lot of which I didn't go over here.